Hi students, a very good morning to all of you. Now, in previous classes we have studied what? Studied up to topic how to measure the distance of any curved line and discussed some questions, and some questions I given you what for homework, and now today we will discuss that question, which is page number 152. There was two questions, question 4 and question 5. Now see question number 4. First, name the measuring device which can be used for measuring the girth of a tree. Now, this girth of a tree is measured by a meter scale. Measured by a meter scale. Now, this is your answer. Note down this. And second question is, while measuring the length of a knitting needle, the readings on the scale are 4.0 centimeter and 24.5 centimeter. Now, what is the length of the needle? What is the length of the needle? So, this is a problem sum, so you can do this. Now, let's start drawing. Simply, this type of question we will discuss in previous class. What? First reading is what? 4.0, and second reading on scale is 24.5 centimeter. So we had said that what? We will subtract. We subtract the final reading by the previous reading. So we have write what? The length of the needle is equal to final reading on the scale 24.5 centimeter minus 4.0 centimeter. So you got what? 20.5 centimeter. This is the length of the needle. Understood? Understood all of you? Very easy question. Now let's note down this, and after note down we will start new topic. And I think in previous class we also discussed that topic. Now today we are discussing briefly that topic. Okay, first we will note down this. Okay, I hope you noted that. So we rub it. Okay. The topic is motion. Very important topic and interesting topic. Motion. Tell me, what is motion? Because in previous class we discussed some definition of the motion. Now let's tell me, what is motion? Anyone? Okay. Now let's see what do you mean motion. We recall that what we have said that day. Motion in simply word we can say that the object change its position from one place to another. The object change its position from one place to another. But this motion occurs in some interval of time. The object change its position from their surrounding with respect to what? Time. With respect to time. The object changes position with respect to time and their surroundings. Okay? Write down what? The object change its position with respect to time and their surrounding surroundings. Okay? Why we say surroundings? Why we say surroundings? Because in this world, in this on this earth or in this universe, nothing is in absolute rest or absolute motion. Okay? Nothing, not even single thing is present which is in totally in rest or totally in motion. Why we say this line? Because we say that if I am standing here, then I am in rest. If I am standing here, then I am in rest because I am not changing its position. Okay? But this is not correct. Because not why this is not correct? Because I am rest from my surrounding. From my surrounding. But you know that what? The earth. On that earth we are standing, we all are standing. This earth is rest for me. But this earth is not rest for what? Rest for universe. Okay? Because in our solar system, we know that what? In our solar system, every planet in motion. Even solar system is in motion. So we can't say what? We are in rest or we are in totally motion. Okay? Because everything is in motion and everything is in rest due to their surroundings. Okay? Related to their surroundings. So, when we start motion, we always say that the object is in motion or is in rest to their surroundings. To their surroundings. Clear? This is a definition of motion. The object changes its position with respect to time and their surrounding. Then the object is known as what? It performing the motion. Clear? Now what do you mean by rest? Simply when object does not change their position. When object does not change their position. If I am standing here, then I am in rest. If I am moving like this, then I am changing my what? Position, so I am in motion. And this is occur in a what? Time and surrounding. Okay? Suppose if we are talking about a person which is sitting in a train and train is in moving and train is move in motion, when train is in motion and you are in you sitting in what train, then you are in rest. You say that because you are sitting, you are sitting what train, so you say that you are in rest. And what, and train is what, in movement, train is in motion. So what happened, you are in rest? No, you are in rest with respect to train, with respect to train, because train due to train and in respect to train you are in rest, but from their surrounding outside the train you see, then you appears what, you are in motion, then you say you are in motion because train is moving in so you are in what, rest with respect to train, but you are in motion with respect to surrounding or outer side of the train. Okay, so that's why we will say that what, nothing is in rest, nothing is in what, absolute rest, and nothing is in absolute what, motion. Clear? Okay. Now every motion is what, every motion relate some fixed point or start from a fixed point. That fixed point is known as origin. That fixed point is origin. Okay, clear? Now there are some types of motion. The next topic is types of motion. Let's see here. Now next topic is type of motion. Okay, what do you mean by type of motion? Simply, type of motion means there are so many types of motions and they perform different types of motion. So in science there is first you write types of motion, types of motion, types of motion. First one is translatory motion, translatory motion. Second is rotatory motion, rotatory motion. Third one is rolling motion. And next one is periodic motion. And last one is oscillatory motion or oscillatory motion and vibratory motion and vibratory motion and vibratory motion. Okay, Now these are the types of motions. First, translatory motion, rotatory motion, rolling motion, periodic motion, and oscillatory motion, and vibratory motion. Okay. Now one by one we will discuss these motions or this type of motions. Now first one is translatory motion. Now we will discuss some translatory motion. Translatory motion is what? Translatory motion means what? The motion in which body moves as whole and every point on it moves the same distance is called translatory motion. Simply the motion in which body fully moved, okay, that type of motion is known as translatory motion. Clear? And second one is what? Rotatory motion. Second one is what? Rotatory motion. This rotatory motion, translatory motion are of three types. First, linear motion. Second, circular motion. And random motion. Linear motion, circular motion, random motion. These are the types of what? These are the types of translatory motion. There are three types of translatory motion: linear motion, circular motion, random motion. What is the linear motion? The linear motion in which body performing its motion on a straight path, or simply we say that the body which moves on a straight line. When body moves in a straight line, then that type of motion is known as what? Linear motion. And circular motion, when body performs a motion on a circular path, then that type of motion is circular motion. And third one is what? Random motion, when the direction of the object not clarified, not justified in a specific direction, it tends to move in every direction. So that type of motion is known as random motion. Okay. These are the types of translatory motion. Now second one is what? Rotatory motion. Okay. Rotatory motion. Now this rotatory motion is what? The rotatory motion in which the particle or object are moved from a fixed point. That is a rotatory motion. Rolling motion, simply the motion in which translatory as well as what? Translatory as well as rotatory, then that type of motion is what? Rolling motion. Periodic motion is what? The motion in which the particles perform its motion in fixed interval of time, then that type of motion is periodic motion. And same oscillatory motion and vibratory motions. Okay, now in next class we will briefly discuss this type of motion. Okay, now we will discuss these motions briefly in next class. So you read carefully your book. Okay, thank you to everyone. Okay.